Hello and welcome to another update video about RUNE THORChain. So time for an update because we have seen some significant price moves since the last update. This here is the video from the 6th of April. 3 days ago I showed you here my projected scenario with this white line as the next target, just above the 200-day moving average, around the wave 4 low here highlighted on the chart, just above the $8 mark. Let's take a look at where we are today. Yeah, we have pretty much come down to that level. You can see we're just above this level of the 200-day moving average. We're just above that wave 4 low, and we've come pretty much to the level. Therefore, time for an update. What could happen next? So in the last video about RUNE THORChain, we saw here this first 5-wave move. Yeah, this is it is possibly already a finished 5-wave move. Yeah, we don't know that yet because it could also be just an extended wave 3, extended wave 5 or whatever. However, this target was the first, important level. So let's take a look at the Fibonacci levels because they show us why this level was so relevant. So here you can see, to be honest, to reach that target, we need to drop a little bit lower, but we are pretty much there already, and I think we're going to get there because we dropped already below the 38.2 Fib level. So that target was here the 822 level, the Fibonacci level, the 50% Fib retracement. That is what you normally see in such a correction as the minimum. Yeah, because if this here is a completed impulse yet, which it looks like it is, then you would expect this here to move down to at least the 822 level, the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. So there is a little bit more downside potential now that we could really fulfill that target, and that is only another 4.5%, 5% that can happen in a day. I think we could even go down as low as the 200-day moving average, 8% downside. So RUNE is one of the few cryptos that is actually still above the 200-day moving average, or actually has broken that 200-day moving average line, because not all cryptos did that. So RUNE did perform quite well compared to some other cryptos in the last few weeks, and for now it is above the 200-day moving average. Now, if it can hold this level at 822, and well, maybe even if we drop a little bit lower to the 200-day moving average, here that 792 level, then I think it can continue its way to the upside. If it drops below that, it will have difficulties. There is one very important and interesting thing here on the chart that we can see, and this is the potential bullish or golden cross opportunity that is coming up here, where the 50-day moving average is coming up, the 200-day moving average is moving sideways here, and you're going to get a bullish cross. And that is, as the name suggests, a golden opportunity. It's a good opportunity. It is, I find it oftentimes a little bit overvalued, this golden cross, and the death cross is the opposite, where the 50-day moving average is crossing below the 200-day moving average, but it is still a good signal. It means that the shorter term uptrend is going higher, and that means, or that shows you a potential trend shift already. So for now, this is looking quite good. Yeah, it's doing what it is expected. I think we don't really know more until we retest here that 822 level and the potentially even the $7.90 level. That would be the 200-day moving average. I think if we drop below that, I mean, the price could come down to the $7 level. That is a 61.8% Fib level, but ideally you want to stop above that and continue your uptrend from there. And when we drop a little bit lower, as I said, I think the potential is there. Then we could also at some point here then reverse that bearish momentum, because this has been going on now since the 31st of March, since I made that video here, and it actually has played out. We have actually seen that correction coming. RUNE was pretty much overbought, and as always, when you're overbought, you're gonna see these corrections coming. Here it worked out. Seems like the RSI is starting to stabilize, and when we drop a little bit lower, then we could potentially reverse that downtrend. It has currently prevented a bearish cross here, or a short signal to occur on the momentum indicator, the ADX and the I. So on the 2-day chart, we now also see that bearish crossover. So the 2-day is under pressure. The 4-day is starting to get under pressure, but on the shorter time frames, you already see this potentially turn around. And this is always where it starts. On the lower time frames, this is where it starts to turn around then, and will also translate over into the longer time frames. So what we can see here now is already a good sign, because while we had a bearish bearish divergence, yeah, up here. Yeah, and this is when I made the video, told you we're gonna come down here a little bit. Yeah, and also here we had that lower highs and lower lows. Well, we had higher highs on the price chart, we had lower highs on the RSI, indicating a bearish reversal, indicating that we could come down, and we did that. And now you're gonna see here the opposite, where we start now with a bullish divergence. So basically, you're making lower lows on the price, but you're making higher lows on the RSI, indicating, well, we're now pretty much at the opposite side of the spectrum. We're now oversold, and you start to slow down the downtrend again, yeah? So that makes sense as we get closer to the target level. Yeah, let me take the FIBs out, and as we get closer to the 200-day moving average. So we're getting close here to an interesting level again. I think the downtrend is not over yet, but we're getting here close to a potential reversal point, and the next one is at that $7.90 level. Yeah, and that's pretty much everything I can tell you now for RUNE. So RUNE then, when it turns around, or if it turns around, what it needs to do, it needs to move above the previous rejection point. Only then, of course, new highs are possible, and that would be a bullish signal. Until then, this could theoretically still be a wave B. So what we could still do, and that is the bearish alternative, yeah. But you know, everybody needs to decide for themselves what a good entry point is. Personally, a pullback to a moving average is certainly an interesting point. Yeah, I can't tell you to buy or not. That is not what I'm here for, but I can help you understand the charts. And certainly moving averages are an important pullback point. But this could become an ABC correction, yeah, and we could come down even lower. Yeah, so because we have not really seen that wave B play out yet. So again, a wave B can come up to the previous high and even a little bit higher. So need to be a bit careful about that. But generally, it has worked out so far. I think again a little bit further downside potential before we then get to a potential reversal point. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.